water firms are driving 240 truckloads of sewage a day through towns to pump into the sea. Yes, I'm not joking. This is an exclusive from my news, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here, an exclusive from my news with the headline that water firms are driving 240 truckloads of sewage a day through towns to pump into the sea. Some 18,000 and 10,000 litre tanks full of sewage are being transported through East Devon's tourist town of Exmouth. This is disgusting. So this sounds like to me, obviously before we even read the article, this sounds like to me they're trying to, obviously the laws that we have in this country allowing them to pump loads of raw sewage in the sea is already disgusting and filthy enough as it is. But this sounds like to me an attempt to try and mitigate any kind of responsibility and ownership for their own actions. And it seems like what they're trying to do is just try and dump it somewhere else to make it look like that they're not ultimately responsible in their area. And that's kind of how I'm perceiving this to be. And again, where is the Environment Secretary on this? Where is the government on this? Nowhere to be seen again. And this is the problem. Get time after time after time with problems, major problems occurring in the United Kingdom. The government is nowhere to be seen. And it's so frustrating for me to listen to this. And for those who are watching, because you want to, especially if you're living on the coast or on the sea, or you have a beautiful nature area around you, and it's being plagued by sewage, when this sewage should be processed in the treatments, but that these water companies don't want to pay for them, and privatisation of water companies, and we can't put them back into state hands because they've accumulated massive amounts of debt that we, the taxpayer, can't be able to afford to pay back. It's ridiculous. So we really are in an effing bind when it comes to this, and it's really, really bad, to say the least, guys. So, South Devon Water had been accused of dumping millions of litres of raw sewage into a popular Devon beach resort after sending 240 tankers a day to an overflowing pumping station. At the height of the problem last weekend, 18,000 and 10,000 litre tanks full of sewage were being transported through East Devon's tourist town of Exmouth for 24 hours a day from Friday until New Year's Day, the Eye had learned. Since the 11th of December, the water firm had been dealing with two major pipes bursting in the town, which have led to untreated sewage being taken by a convoy truck to the Maer Road sewage pumping station, just 200 metres from Exmouth's 2 miles of sandy beach. Oh. During the Christmas period as well, that's really horrible. That's really horrible during the Christmas period as well. Campaigners said due to the stormy conditions in the past week, the station has been overflowing and had a damaged outfall pipe and a failed pump. Some of the additional waste brought to the site has been seen making its way into the nearby brook that flows directly to the pipe that discharges it into the sea 40 metres from the nearby beach. Geoff Crawford, the founder of Escape End Sewage Convoy and Pollution Exmouth, believes South West Water should have taken the sewage to a treatment works less than a mile away, and its decision not to indicates that they knew the sewage would go almost straight into the sea and didn't care. Mr. Crawford told the Eye, they appear to have willfully polluted the sea within millions of litres of untreated sewage, and as far as we are aware, none of these faults have been reported to the Environment Agency by South West Water. So there was a water treatment plant apparently a mile away, and they deliberately, intentionally ignored it to just dump it in there, to dump it. See, what they're doing here, guys, is no different than people who dump by scavengers who simply just dump crap. You know, there's those companies and people who pick up and scavenge loads of things that people dump outside their homes. And in the UK, and what they do is they collect them, whether it's appliances or whatever, you dump outside your home rather than actually taking it and recycling it properly. They take all that stuff, they get paid to take stuff, right? And then instead of taking it to where they're supposed to go, they dump it somewhere. They just dump it somewhere else, basically, and get paid to pick up and collect that rubbish from people's homes. This is essentially the same concept. Rather than dealing with the sewage that they're supposed to be dealing with, they're just going to dump it and hopefully And well, even if people notice, they don't care because nothing's going to be done about it. This is the problem. There's no accountability here. Is the key word here. I mean, look, there they are. Sewage tanker in Exmouth here. Southwest Water, which has apologised for the ongoing disruption, claims that it was prevented from taking the sewage to the nearby mainland large sewage treatment works because of flooding on the roads. The Eye has seen video evidence filmed at the same time the sewage was being transported that suggests the roads were clear. An investigation by Eye has also found that at least one of Southwest Water pumps at the station was not working while it was emptying up to 240 tankers of sewage into the site for 3 days up to New Year's Day. The faulty standby pump was one of 3 that would have been required in stormy conditions, such as experienced in Exmouth across the country during Storm Hank. So basically, they're saying that they couldn't get them to the sewage treatment plants. Well, find an alternative route, is what I would have said. When asked about the faulty pump, a spokesperson for Southwest Water initially said that all the pumps at Maer Road are working as expected. However, after asking a worker on the site if a pump on the back of the truck was new, he told the Eye, "No, that's the broken pump we just took out." Presented with this comment and photo evidence for the faulty pump, Southwest Water altered its statement. The water company spokesperson said the pump you saw was a faulty standby stored pump being removed. A replacement pump is being kept on site to ensure it can be stored quickly when needed, and this was completed successfully yesterday. Sounds like a lot of BS, doesn't it, guys? The standby pump is required during stormy conditions. There's the issue of any other pumps. When asked if the standby pump would have been required in the 94-mile winds and downpours during Storm Hank, the spokesperson said, "At no time was the pumping station unable to pump to full capacity. When fully operational, the pumping station sends sewage to the nearby treatment plant, but this has also suffered from flooding over capacity recently. During times of exceptional rainfall, water companies are permitted to discharge untreated sewage into bodies of water through points known as combined sewage overflow (CSO) to prevent the system from becoming overwhelmed and sewage backing up in people's homes." This needs to stop completely. This discharge crap needs to stop. Investment needs to be put so that the sewage treatment plants have more than enough capacity to be able to take in the sewage. There should never be a case in anywhere on the planet where this should be allowed to stop systems being overwhelmed. Well, then you need to expand the system, is my answer to this. Yes, again, I'm going to hear it from the comment section down below. Yeah, but we don't have enough money. Well, where's the money going to come from? Well, it's obviously going to come from taxpayers, obviously. It's going to come from the state coffers, obviously. But for me, these CSOs should not be happening at all. In any way, shape or form, under any conditions. It should not be happening at all. There should be no reasonable excuse to be able to discharge sewage into the waters. It should all be treated, guys. It should all be treated. Mr. Crawford, who has observed the pumping station every day since the sewage tankers' deliveries began, added that he had calculated that during last week's peak up to 500 loads were arriving at the site each day. Each day, guys. However, Southwest Water denies that there were that many deliveries. The company spokesperson has said, "We had 10 tankers transporting flows to keep the bus site clear so a temporary pipe can be installed and a full repair can be made, without the need for tankering. Each tanker is transported up to 1 load per hour. That's a maximum of 240 loads per day. Even at the levels of 240 tanker deliveries, this equates to around 3.4 million of litres being delivered to the faulty pumping station each day. While the route from the pumping station to the brook has grills preventing solid matter of more than 10 millimetres to pass through, the untreated sewage is a sludge and contains potential deadly viruses such as E. coli and Ehrlichia bacteria." Yeah, we are fully aware of the dangers of the sewage. Exmouth, which is currently a blue flag beach, failed to pass the water standard in 6 of its 10 passed the quality tests since October. Over the past few years, sewage discharge into the neighbouring sandy bays have led to its water standards falling from excellent to satisfactory, just 1 level above the lowest level of poor. Last year, the boss of Southwest Water owner Pennon Group gave up $440,000 in bonuses in the wake of the record water quality fines for the company. Pennon's chief executive Susan Davis waived a $157,000 bonus and $283,000 in the long-term incentives after the firm was fined $2.5 million last year for illegally dumping water sewage into rivers and in the seas in Devon and Cornwall. Yeah, but these fines don't matter given the amount of money that they make from shareholders and dividends. Despite giving up their bonuses, Miss Davy, who was paid more than 1.6 million in the previous year, still took home an annual salary of 460,000, while the firm's shareholders benefited from dividends payout of 122 million. See, these fines do F all. What's the point of the fines? Despite the company making a loss of 8.5 million in the financial year to the end of March 2022. An investigation by Environmental Agency found that South West Water are culpable for significant environmental harm. According to South West Water's own data, 60 beaches across Devon and Cornwall were impacted by sewage spills in recent days, including beaches at Lyman Rees, Torquay, Plymouth and Newquay. A number of discharges have been ongoing since before the new year, before being exacerbated by Storm Hank. Spokesperson for South West Water added, "We are working round the clock to fix the issue with a pipe in Exmouth, as long as it doesn't cost us too much money." Obviously. "We're sorry for the inconvenience caused by this ongoing work while we're working hard to resolve it as quickly as possible." The Environment Agency was asked if it was investigating South West Water's actions in Exmouth, but have not responded at the time of this publication. Guys, it's just... this is just filthy, filthy, filthy is the only word I can describe this, guys. Again, like, they don't care. They don't care. They changed their statement as soon as evidence was put in front of them. "Oh no, that's not what we meant." Like they're constantly switching it up. You know they're BSing, guys. You can just see it in this article. Guys. Just the temerity, the audacity that they have to just make fun of this situation. That's how I see it. I see them just changing it up just to kind of shudder the public away and just like, who cares? Like that's how the perception that I have here. That they just don't really care about dealing with the raw sewage. And if they could pump everything into the sea straight up, they would pump everything straight up into the sea. They really would. They don't want to take it to the treatment plant because it'll cost them. They don't want to pay anything. They just want to get money for free. Just like all the rest of these private water companies that are not in any way caring about the treatment of your water, guys. Oh dear, guys. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about South West Water? What should be done? Should the government actually be putting its foot out and actually doing something about this? The environmental standards, why are they not stepping in right now at the time of this recording? Let me know what you guys honestly think about all this in the comments section down below. Perhaps maybe elsewhere in other places around the country, or in particular in England and Wales, perhaps maybe the water treatment is being treated differently and actually being handled properly. Let me share your thoughts, guys. Hit the like button, be greatly appreciated. Share this across social media and hit that bell notification icon so you'll be notified when I upload another video. And if you want to financially support me, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member or joining me on Patreon. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.